What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of the podcast Sitting Tall with me, Casey Ellen, and my boy Tony Chamberlain. And today we have two lovely ladies joining us today. We have our good friend Diane and her caregiver Brenna coming all the way from good old Massachusetts.
Boston.
We're not.
That's my city right there.
All right, we're not going to start groping each other in the beginning of the episode, Diane. That's for later.
Double trouble right now. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
This is gonna be good. This is off. We were off the rails in the waiting room.
Yeah, we're already off the rails, but it's all good.
So to give some people some context here, Tony and I met Diane at the Empower program that we talk about on every freaking episode, pretty much. And so we thought it'd be a cool idea to kind of have the dynamic of a caregiver and a person, a human. A human and a care person. So thank you for coming, guys. Thank you for joining the show.
For having us. Happy to be here.
This is a long time coming.
Tell us a little bit about how you guys just hang out every second of the day, because this must be amazing. I can tell this chemistry here.
Do you guys get anything done? Like, do you guys get any work done?
We got a lot done today.
Okay. It's one of those days. What's going on?
Usually mornings are, what we get done. And
we get half of it done.
And then
and save the other half for the next day because we're just like, we never get it done.
Okay.
I call Brenna here my friend. I don't really call her my PCA. She's my PCA.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys kind of don't really have the typical PCA caregiver and client relationship, which is, kind of, I'm sure it's kind of envious for some people because it's just like, who wouldn't want to just hang out with a friend?
We broke that rule. I wouldn't always recommend, don't do this at home. It does work for us. And I found Brenna, as a normal PCA, but then we just, because my friend Stefan, Stefan, also went to her. And my current PCA a year and a half ago was leaving, and I was at a pinch, and I was like, "Hey, Steph, can I borrow your PCA for a couple days?" And then a couple days turned into a year and a half.
So you stole her from.
I was going to say, did you totally steal her from Stefan?
Well, don't say that so loud. No.
But it's on the podcast, so I mean, I think Stefan's going to hear it.
No, not at all. They share me equally.
Oh man.
For her,
okay.
There's enough of Brenna to go around, people.
Always.
That's love. That's love right there.
So stop it, Brenna. So just rewind a little bit. Diane, could you just give the audience a little bit of a background about yourself, like how even before, we all call the D-Day, all that stuff. Give us a little bit of Diane.
All right.
Diane.
Little double D. Little dose of Diane.
I'm from upstate New York. I grew up in Syracuse. I was living there 3.5 years ago when I got hurt. I was working as a PA with my best friend, and then I fell off a ladder and broke my C6, and surprise, spent a week in the ICU.
Surprise. Just so nonchalant. I was hanging out with my friend. I fell off a ladder, and then a week and a half later, here I am. Surprise! Can't move my legs. Surprise! I'm in a chair. What? I've never heard somebody describe their situation.
Yeah, there was no surprise.
That was
it was like,
Diane,
fuck you in my life right now.
That was so low key. She's just like, I fell off a ladder, and then here we are.
And now I have Brenna, and
life's good,
Life's good. Somebody had a gummy. Good. Somebody had a gummy before this episode, and she's super fucking relaxed.
I would have been better off.
Yeah. So you said you were a PA before you had your accident, and you still are now.
I am. Yep. I went back to work 2 years later, and I'm a psychiatric PA now. Thanks.
That's also psychiatric. So. Tony and I were talking before the episode, and we kind of were curious about a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since you are basically you're a medical professional, you can totally have the answer. So, is it true if you don't use it, you lose it?
If you don't use what, you lose it.
Look, there doesn't have to be context behind it. It's just if you don't use it, do you lose it?
Like the train of thought.
So
Oh my
Say it
god.
one more time. Say it one more
She
time.
just, it
Say
just
it one more
okay, Brenna, we're gonna replay this blonde moment for Brenna here. So if you don't use it, do you lose it? So it's like I think we're gonna have to get that SpongeBob like little meme here, like 200 years
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was.
Stacey.
That was
I'm sorry, it
perfect.
was just I had a 40-year-old. Remember the 40-year-old virgin movie? You guys seen that movie? So
Yeah.
so that's where he says that in like the thing, and I was just like, you know what? This is me and
This is
Tony were just
perfect.
like, this is a perfect question to ask our medical professional friend.
Now,
Yeah.
what's your answer?
My answer is, well,
We have an answer.
just not
I mean, why not, right?
just always use it. Just,
Okay.
you got this.
Use it
Just
and you
always-
lose it.
Just
Okay,
Yep.
use it and you won't lose it. That's I like that. That's
That
a
is the
much
correct answer, I
that is
guess. Yes.
ding ding ding. You won a prize.
You have won. Very good answer. Very good answer.
What have they won, Johnny?
I don't know.
See,
Oh, wait
this
a minute.
is
Here we
see.
go.
I wish I had this.
Let's see.
Okay, all right. Turn it off, Casey. Turn it off. It's enough cheers. But
That.
enough of that.
you're stepping up your game.
I know.
Oh,
It's
it's just funny because before we got on, before you joined us, we're like, oh, what are some fun questions that we can ask Diane because we know her well and we want our audience to like get to know you. And we were like, you know what, we kind of just need to go off the rails and have some fun with it. Let's just
Yeah.
do some dumb things. And
Yeah.
that was one of the questions. That was one of the questions. I'm sure there's many
Yeah.
more to come, but that was one of them.
Go organically come out.
Yeah, or just we'll force it out either way. But so, for people who don't know, like, I mean, we're obviously going to share your social media and stuff like that. Like, you are probably one of the most like active people I know in even just in life in general. I have just doesn't able-bodied or disabled. So how do you do that? How do you stay? Because like I have days where I'm just like, I feel like you don't have those days, and if you do, you hide them very well. And so I want to give us a little bit. How do we get some Diane sauce? Like we want a manja.
I definitely.
What is the recipe?
So it's just this morning I've even been like one of those. I was feeling
Yeah, we were
really
getting. She was
slow.
there.
I was just like, I have no energy. I'm just like blah. But I will say, like Brenna helps me.
Yeah, once we showered, once you were showered, and
once I like get up, get going, and Brenna and I will just start cracking some jokes, and then like by midday, I'm like,
I got this. All right, I'm
Right.
ready now.
let's do some fun things, and either fun things or just like get some shit done. But
Yeah.
I'll say like definitely have slower days, but I just like to like I don't know. I like to just keep myself busy in order to like. It's probably like almost. I don't know if it's a healthy coping mechanism or an unhealthy coping mechanism, but if I sit still too much, then I like start thinking about my injury, and then like I'm just like get in my head and ruminating thoughts. So I like to just keep going, stay busy, and like it helps me just to like I don't know.
I passed the day.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very healthy coping mechanism.
Oh,
I feel like there's plenty of ones that are not healthy, and we've seen some of those with our friends. But
we don't like to simmer in those kind of situations.
No,
You know
I feel
what
like
I mean? So
it's a little combination of you and a little bit of little Brenna dipped in there because it seems like she dabs the energy in there and kind of get you out of your a little dab will do you, get you right out of your shell there.
She's like, all right, we're not feeling it this morning. We're gonna put on some tunes, some jokes, and we're gonna be all cleaned up and all that stuff.
And then I start talking about how horrible my life is, and then it just makes me probably feel so much better because I'm like, listen, I can't make this shit up. Like Diane, really, like
so it's like a soap opera over there.
It's like a soap opera. I love it.
We should have
I was just gonna say
TV.
You guys should have like a YouTube channel. I think that would be hilarious, and you're welcome for the idea. And
yes, exactly.
I hope I get fucking executive producer credit. So thank you very much.
I feel like we give out a lot of good ideas. We need some compensation for some of these things.
Listen, there should be some.
I'm not seeing anything.
Need to monetize this because we could both use a little bit of money. So
somebody send me some money. Anyways,
so back to being a PA. Let's just try to get a couple of professional questions in here. So how where do you work in your office? Do you work from home? How do you how are you still a PA? Because I mean, when you told me that, my mind was kind of just like, boop. Like I didn't really, I didn't think it was possible for, us to, I don't mean us, like, we're like fucking leopards and stuff, but
You
like,
are twins.
you know what I mean? But like, it just blows my mind. And I just give the world, tell us your secret.
Right. Well, I'm telehealth. So I'm actually in my office right now on my desk. I usually see patients twice a week. And it's so like half the days, like I said, my friend Stefan also uses Brenna as a PCA. And so half the days, Brenna will go to Stefan first. The other, like on my work days, she'll come to me first and help me get up, get me set up. And it'll just be like a quick, like, get up, quick, get ready, and set me up at my computer. And then it's been like my job is very understanding and very accommodating. So if I've had to like decrease hours or increase hours, like I can kind of like manage my own schedule and schedule my own patients, and it's
pretty flexible.
It's fairly flexible. And then in terms of like, it's definitely hard. Like I don't have finger function, so it is hard for me to type. I've gotten so much better though. Like I used to be so slow, and now I can like, it's like
type away.
It's like definitely one of these types, but I've gotten pretty fast at
it.
I
like that.
And that's just like when I first started, I was just like, how am I ever gonna do this? And then I have to like do telehealth or to do dictation always, and I didn't like the idea of that.
I hate Dragon Dictate.
Yeah. It's like cool, but the technology isn't there yet,
No.
And, I did use Dragon for a while, and that tends to but so
and it's like $300.
So then I did get good at typing, but still, even like I won't finish my notes during the day. So then I'll just take my computer, and then I usually get into bed like pretty early, and then we'll just like unwind and finish my notes in bed, like while watching TV or something. So telehealth has definitely saved me. I miss like the in-person stuff, but I've kind of started like doing that, just like volunteering stuff, and like that I get my fix in like in-person fix with volunteering. So
yeah,
I could just continue to do telehealth and like also keep my PA skills kind of up to par.
That's cool. And you said you do a lot of volunteering. I see you're always involved with all these different foundations and all these little, I always see at these events and these cool little red carpet type things. And
red carpet, I don't know about that, but
I mean, there was a red carpet on the floor in one of them, so I just assumed that they were all red carpets.
Remember that one?
There was one that had a red carpet. Just give me a break. Yeah.
Just go with it, all right? You're a celebrity, all right? Just
roll.
Go with it.
Just roll. We roll.
Just roll with it. Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Small and roll on.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think it's so important for us peeps, to get back into the community and like give back to the community, particularly our little spinal clarity community,
Pay it forward.
It just gives like such a purpose back, and we like it's so hard for us to then to reintegrate into society. And so if we can help each other do that, I think it gives like people that my life's not really over. Like I can still contribute and I can still help other people and like pay it forward and like be a mentor to newly injured, because we know really what it's like.
Yeah, to not have anybody in the beginning is brutal.
And then like I feel like so many of us are so lucky for what we do have. We like see others that if like they didn't have one of the things that, I mean, we're really unlucky in a lot of ways too, but like we're so lucky for like that one family member, that one friend. And like for me, it's like if I didn't have that one person, if I didn't have Brenna, like oh my god, like what I would be. I don't know where I'd be. Like it makes my day. So and like everyone has their own like blessings, but I think if we could like help each other find those blessings, it just makes this whole journey a little bit more That was manageable and
Yeah, that's very nice, Diane.
Well said. Well said.
That was
Yeah.
touching.
Oh, look at you guys! Stop!
Aw,
Oh,
that's
you
so
guys are
cute.
so cute.
Because she is more than capable of doing it herself. So don't let her.
Oh, Diane is very independent.
So
See-
let's talk a little bit about your OnlyFans. Let's get into that. So
Wait
how does that
a
work?
minute!
That's what. Oh, we're talking about that.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna get canceled.
Stop playing. We'll probably make thousands.
All I'm saying is I've been trying to put my
Listen.
feet on there for months, and I'm just saying.
It's a good way for an income. That's all I gotta say. It's
I'm
a
trying
good
to
way.
supplement. I'm trying to get a house or something out here.
Yeah, I know, right?
You guys see the Long Island real estate prices? My feet are about to pay my rent. That's all I'm saying.
No shame.
I have no shame. I have
do
no
what you gotta do sometimes.
I'll just cover my tattoos so you don't really know it's me, and
True.
that's it.
Many of those. I don't know if you can
I know, Jesus Christ.
new ones there, Tony?
I just got the arm sleeve. That's pretty much. I redid it, which is pretty cool. But
Redo it?
yeah, I kind of added stuff and made it like a full sleeve, like full half sleeve, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Just
it's adding up.
Just dripping sex. You know what I'm saying?
You don't use it.
See, that's why the question. It all comes full circle, guys. This is
right.
This is why This is why we rushed the question. Oh, Tony brought up the OnlyFans. I want to start, or I wish there was some sort of like, you know how you guys do those foundations, like, or the group outings and stuff like that, like with all, like, there's a bunch of people in chairs and you guys just kind of go out and do whatever. Or we don't have. There's nothing really like that around here, and it's kind of like, it's weird because I talked to one of my you know what? I can't go to Boston because it's Boston. I feel like I'll lose my New York card.
What does it mean? Oh, you need to stop that.
I feel like I'd lose my New York cred. You know, I'd go there, they'd hear me talk, to be like, "Oh, you're from New York." I'd be like, "I'm sorry, it's wicked hot," and then I'll try to fit in, and then it's just not gonna work.
They would love you out here.
They'll pop my tires. I mean, maybe the ladies, man, let me on it.
And then you would have me. See, look.
Why? I don't want to steal you away from Diane. There's only so much Brenna can go around.
Oh man.
I mean,
she'll fit you in. She'll fit you in. You're worth it.
Listen, I'll move in. We'll move in together, and then easy peasy. Easy.
We just solved this whole problem.
Just look at that, and then Tony could live right there too, and then.
So listen, guys. If we were going to start a reality show, right, with all of us in the same household, what will we call the reality show? Like, come on, because I see this could happen. I feel like we can all live in a house and just be like, call it the shit show, like legit shit show. Because there's so much shit.
And there's gonna be we might have like a major poop party, and we all maybe is it like or I don't know if this is gonna come across as sexist, but can we get on the same cycle? Like will our cycles link up? Will our poop cycles, will they link up?
My lord,
100% link.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, poop cycles, and then I wanted to do this. So
looking for any opportunity.
I'm just trying to up my podcast game up here. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Good job.
Little razzle dazzle.
Can you imagine that being a reality show though?
Honestly, I think that would be amazing. I think that would be it'd be like the Real World. This is when stop being polite and shit starts getting real. The real world.
It's true. The real world.
The rollers. Yeah, shit.
2024.
Shit got real, literally. The Real World. House of Shits. That's what it's going to be called.
House of Shit. My God. Ding, 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 ding.
You're welcome, people.
I like him.
That was the good one.
The shits.
Okay, real. I have a question here, people. This was something I saw on Netflix recently. Like, they have all these dating shows for all these types of disabilities, but I have yet to see one with somebody in a wheelchair. You got like Down for Love. You got the Down for Love. You got the people with the Down syndrome, which is really cool. I don't know if you've seen that show. And then they had like the autistic one, and it's like, yo, like, hey, I feel like put one of us on there, and
It's our representation. Yeah.
Casey, you know what would be the best one for us? Like one of us to go to fucking Love is Blind because they can't see who we are. And if we came through that door with a wheelchair, what would be the reaction?
All I'm gonna say is, you guys, I've seen a couple episodes of that show. I think the premise is like they're engaged, like they propose to each other. It's like yes, and then it's like you open the door and it's just like oh shit. It's like I was just kidding.
Yeah, like
I would die. Would it be bad? We laughed. So we laughed a lot.
We'd roll out and just come out and just be like.
You know there would be so much editing with our episodes because they'd be like, oh, we can't put that on TV. We can't do that. No, we can't do that. It's just like, listen, you need to be real with it. It's just funny because I was just watching it the other day. I'm a little obsessed with it, I'm not going to lie. I think Love is Blind is hilarious because you're pretty much talking to somebody through a wall and you're hoping that you're going to like hit it off and marry that person, but you have no idea anything about them, like what, not even just looks, but like you just know like what like things you like, but you don't know the whole like aspect of it. You know what I mean?
And did you see?
And like physical touch is like
it's important.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the episode where the girl was like, it was like came down to two of them, and she's like, "Oh, I look like Megan Fox." Bitch, you didn't look like Megan Fox. And then the guy, I think he chose her, and then the other girl that was there was like a smoke show. And it was like this whole thing, and the girl who said she looked like Megan Fox, guys, did not look like.
She does not look like Megan Fox. No, she doesn't look like.
She was catfishing.
She
looked. Yeah, I call that a catfish. That's a catfish.
Yeah, just well, you know, but I think that'd be great. Like imagine that happening, cool. like with like an actual person going on there and like being like, hey, I'm in a wheelchair.
She thought she looked like Megan
because
Fox.
isn't that kind of the whole premise of the show is to like.
It's
like to prove that love is. It could be you don't have to see who you're looking at to be in love with the person. That's the whole point, right? So if the person fell in love with our personalities, and then we roll out and they see the wheelchair, and then if they aren't in love with us anymore, you know they're just a shallow piece of shit. So
yeah, exactly.
I feel like they would get canceled, and we would probably become famous. So. Yeah. I'm down with this show.
Okay, Love is Blind. You need to reach out to one of our fellow contestants on the show and like, you know, let's get this going here. Casey's like, I'm ready.
I'll comb it down if that's what they want. I'll comb it out. I'll comb it down. Whatever they need. Whatever.
We actually go into the room with our aides, so like we'll just be like a double.
Brenna's just sitting there. They're like, what? Like, why is there two people talking? Like, listen, she's here because she wipes me. All right.
Oh my god!
She's here to give me confirmation.
Yes. Oh my god.
She's my hands. Okay. So, just saying.
She's my hands.
I mean, technically, aren't caregivers like kind of our hands? Like, you know, I mean, Tony excluded. I mean, fuck you with your hands.
Just because I got some hands doesn't mean anything.
See?
You know?
That's right, though. Diane, does she not have to do that sometimes?
I need a finger.
I mean, sometimes you got.
Sometimes you need a finger.
Sometimes you need a digit. You need a digit.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta slip a digit. You slip a digit in the nose.
You met Brenna.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. You guys came to my house.
Yes.
When you were trying to get a puppy. When that puppy thing with those people. Isn't that why you came?
For the dog.
For the dog. Yeah, for the service dog.
We went down to Long Island and to get for canine companions and
yes.
With
What's
me.
up with that?
Waiting for
yeah.
2 years later.
It takes a while. They got to train that thing up, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it.
It's gonna be great.
And we stopped at Casey's house, and yeah, we did. Awesome.
Had a little invite. You know, Tony's supposed to be coming back out.
I am. Yes, soon, definitely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Reunion.
We're gonna have a. I mean, we still haven't done it, but I keep trying to push an in-person podcast. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know what I mean?
I mean,
but, you know,
we Brian sit
sit tall together.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
I love sitting tall. I love it. Fucking love it.
This is great.
You guys are so
sorry,
silly.
I can't go up anymore. Can't do it. Yeah. It's as tall as I can sit right now.
Those abs, you know.
Yeah.
I know. So to reel it back into, just get a couple more questions in here that actually matter. So, Brenna, how long have you been a caregiver, if you don't mind me asking?
A caregiver. So I've been a caregiver since my grandmother passed away. So it's been about 4 or 5 years now.
Okay.
I've been a caretaker. I started off being a caretaker for her. She was on hospice and she was 96 years old, and she just asked if I would take care of her. And so I left my job and I started becoming a PCA caregiver, and I've loved it ever since.
That's awesome. Kind of found your calling.
Definitely. This is where I need to be.
Yeah. I mean,
little children.
I mean, you kind of have two really good clients, so I feel like you kind of hitting it up with Stefan and with Diane. So
she definitely hit the jackpot. That's for sure.
Other kids. They're my other kids.
Okay.
We're adult children.
You're adult children.
Yep.
Let's be real. We go back to babies once we get in our accident. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's really true. I feel like. Diane, do you? I think me and Tony were talking about this last episode. Do you feel like you could sometimes you go back and you think you're like mentally kind of stuck in the age where you got hurt?
Yes.
Because I still feel like I'm in my 20s, like mentally. You know what I mean? Brenna, you need to put it back in the cage, Brenna. We'll talk after the episode. Jesus. Back in the cage.
In the cage.
But do you feel that way?
I've talked to you about that. Yeah. Like I got hurt when I was 27, like a week before my 28th birthday, and I still I feel like at that age, or I feel that like from 27 to 31, it's just like it's like it feels so long, but at the same time it feels like I just snapped my fingers.
Like a blur, right?
And what just happened? Like and then I'm like, well, those years were just like stolen from me. Like,
yeah.
Live from 27 to 31. Those are good ages. Like
with those years.
That's the prime. I know. we got taken down to our prime, Diane. Because I was 26 and you were 27, so it's like right around the same. It's like right in the prime. We were peaking. God damn it!
Money and
just got money, right? Had money in our bank accounts and our wallets.
Times are good.
Then somebody was like, somebody was like, no, we're gonna humble you and bring you back down to earth.
You thought what?
Yeah.
Come down, lady.
It's like, oh, you're a PA? No. Chill. We're gonna here, climb this ladder for a second. Let's just see what happens. Like, what? And I love how you're just so nonchalant. I was just climbing a ladder, and then here we are. Like,
Well, I mean, I think it took you a long time. It took you time to get to where you are.
Yeah, I mean, that's what therapy's for. And you said you're what kind of PA are you again? You said you're
a psych PA. So yeah.
So that's kind of like right in that. Yeah.
Yeah. I talk about my feelings a lot. Feelings.
You talk to yourself about your own feelings. So you're like, hey, listen, we're gonna have a conversation today.
Yeah.
Yeah, she saved me, and Brenna is like a friend. So like we talk, like anything that comes up in the morning, I'm just like, and then we'll just wallow in a little bit. And then she's having a bad day too. Like she comes and she'll like I open like I love.
You can tell you're like
what's wrong? Like I can feel it. And like, you can feel it on me.
It's so crazy.
Anything, and we're there for each other, and like let each other just like let each other make it. Like it doesn't last the whole entire day.
Yeah.
Exactly. Get whatever she's got people relying on her. Like I have a lot of responsibilities, so it's like we can sit in it.
Well, even though we want to.
Oh, you guys!
Let's wrap this shit up and keep moving. You guys
are so cute. Like, do you see Tony? Do you see the way they look at each other when they're just like talking? Like, you guys!
Oh my god! It's almost like they can finish each other's sentences.
I know.
It's so cute. Yeah.
It's like you have. It's like they have ESPN or something.
Like you guys, your sentences now.
We did okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're also not cheek to cheek. You know what I'm saying? So.
Listen, Casey, if we could be cheek to cheek, we would be cheek to cheek, my friend.
We would be.
Both ways, cheek to cheek, okay? Both ways.
What'd you say, Diane?
can't wait to see the podcast where you guys are going to be like in person.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna be pretty cool. We'll probably just have to do a setup where we could both be on the same camera. We're gonna have to like,
We'll have to figure that out.
maybe like throw me on the couch and I could like put my feet up and I'll just be like, "What's up?"
We'll just put you in some cool position where you're just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And
just
then it's
never
just
move.
Like, I'm gonna stay in this position the whole episode, so I hope hope everybody's okay with that.
Me.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
like Brenna.
Like, could somebody scratch my nose? It's killing me right now. Please come over here.
Hey! I can scratch my own goddamn nose.
Oh,
today,
all right. How if we put you in a certain position like a pretzel?
It's the it's the little things in life, bro. I can scratch my goddamn nose.
Fine.
You guys.
Oh my God. Comes in with the nub. He's like, hold on, give me a
It's
second.
just a little doop, little boop.
Boop.
Yeah. So Diane's got the full quad paws out. I respect that.
No, always.
So Dan, do you have anything interesting, fun coming up, or because like we said before, I always see, you do. I know you do the skiing stuff. I know.
I have now like something in March.
She's staring at the calendar.
Yeah,
Check her calendar. She's a busy woman. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, please.
Yes, that's it. Oh, nice.
Oh,
that is a cool
snap.
calendar.
It's a big one.
That is good. That is a big one.
I need something like that in my life.
She might have said it. So what?
To Florida in the month.
That's Florida.
That's exciting.
Nice.
Have you've flown before, right? So this is not your first time.
But I'm just excited for the warm weather.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna fly into Miami.
Okay. You say what? I'm sorry.
On Fort Myers.
Okay.
Fort Myers, okay.
And I'm gonna be visiting Impossible Dream.
Go on.
Oh, Possible Dream. Nice.
Could you explain Impossible Dream like my dummy?
Yes, please. Bring our audience in.
Yes.
Okay, so the Impossible Dream is a 60-foot catamaran that's fully accessible. So it is a nonprofit organization. The Impossible Dream kind of lives in Florida through the winter, and then starting in June, it heads up the East Coast and stops at ports along the way to take out people with disabilities to just experience the water and nature and the healing properties that it provides. And it's fully accessible, so wheelchairs can go up to the bow or either side. They can go in the cabin. The helm is lower, so you can steer the boat from your wheelchair.
Even like the wheelchairs like mine could fit on that bad boy?
There's hydraulic lifts that go down below that to bring you. This wheelchair, I have like a little small wheelchair that can go down, but they the big power wheelchairs, there's not enough space for that. The lifts are too small, but you can go in. You can go under the helm or in the helm in the cabin.
Have you done it before?
Yeah, so I went. It stops in Boston at the end of the flight. It's 10 days. It's usually here for, and I live right in the Navy Yard, so my apartment overlooks the water and all the boats here, so I can actually see the Impossible Dream.
Use the fuck out of it.
Christ, I know, right?
I just get this in my apartment.
Casey, I feel really poor now, but really poor now.
My apartment overlooks the harbor, and then
my apartment overlooks the freaking road over here. I see cars going by every second. Okay,
I don't even have
great view.
I don't even have windows. The fuck, Jesus! I live in a box.
Come visit me.
I know down.
I would.
Oh my God.
I wish.
We'll just park him in front of the window and you can just look outside the whole time.
Exactly.
Wow! Yay!
So the Impossible Dream. That is the coolest thing I think I've ever heard. And so what? You just go there for like a day or two, or what? How does that work?
This is my first time visiting it in Florida, so I've been on it before. It is here in Boston for 10 days. So the first time I went, it was kind of by happen chance. It was here, and I had heard about it. Just kind of
yeah,
gotta go.
Yeah,
I also went on this thing. It came to Rhode Island, and I was just like, and somebody reached out to me. They're like, "Hey, you want to go on a boat?" I was like, "I don't think I can really get on a boat. It's gonna be a little difficult." They're like, "No, this is like made for like wheelchair accessible people." And I was like, Okay, you had me at let's go sailing, let's do this. Like, and it was beautiful. Like, I loved it. Like, for me, for like in Rhode Island, they just kind of took us out into I forgot where it was, with all the bridges and everything. We kind of just did like a nice little trail around, and then we came back. I think it was like a good like hour or two ride. It was really nice. Like, I loved it. I mean, I'd like to go more than that, but you know, they got to do other things. And I don't know how long they stopped here for. I think it was for like just a couple days. It wasn't like very long, but it was awesome, definitely.
Man, I gotta get my booty on a catamaran.
I'll go with you this summer.
Is Brenna going with you to Florida?
No.
Oh, you going solo?
Yeah. Okay, so it's actually, I'm pretty sure, I don't think I can say this, but they're hopefully going to be teaming me up with Empower and maybe stopping at Empower this year. So
That'd be cool. Maybe.
Casey?
Yeah, he's never been on it. So
I've never been on it. I mean, I've been on a catamaran before my accident, you know. I've been on, but not in this. Haven't been on the water. I mean, I took like a New York like boat taxi thing, like those rivers, like when you go to like Brooklyn to Manhattan. I've been on that. That's like my boat experience. And I've been on the ferry going from Long Island to Rhode Island to go to the Empower Gala, the first one back in the day. Yeah.
So I do have a question since we have you two on right now. So you said you're traveling to Florida, correct? What's going to happen like when you go to Florida? How does that look? Like, how do you prepare for something like that?
So that's why I also like love having this calendar, because I'm really bad at like giving people a heads up of, like what the hell I'm to. So
yeah, I'm now just seeing the impossible dream trip at the end of this month.
She's like, thanks for telling me. Like, you know, you could have told me a little earlier. You know?
Really,
it was on the calendar.
It's really great. Brenna seems to be on top of it. That's just Brenna, we got to look at the camera. I mean, the calendar.
Gotta look at the calendar.
At least like the supplies. Yeah, I like to pack supplies first.
Okay.
Brenna will do all my supplies for me, like without really me even telling her what I need or like watching what she's doing.
What airline are you traveling, if you don't mind?
I believe I'm doing JetBlue. It changes though. I don't really have like a favorite airline.
Yeah, I didn't know if they did that. You know how they changed in the airlines where you could stay in their chairs now? I don't know if that's actually like a thing yet, but I've seen it like on Delta and United. They're like trying to do it. I didn't know if JetBlue, but that's going to make travel a lot easier for us.
Yeah, I can't wait, because getting on that stupid little aisle chairs, like,
yeah.
And then it's tough like trusting them with our wheelchairs, because like I had a nightmare experience, and I don't know if you've ever had them mess up your wheelchair, Tony. I don't know if you guys had those experiences, but it's not fun.
It can be pretty stressful. I do get pretty anxious like the night before flying, and I still do, just because like anything can happen, and some little like minuscule thing will go wrong that can be like catastrophic.
Yeah.
It can be pretty scary, and you can have all your ducks aligned and feel like you're in complete control, and like things will just happen that are so out of your control, but then you still feel like it's your fault. So I don't know, like that's pretty vague, but I feel like you guys probably know, like,
Gotcha.
And so, I still get pretty anxious, but having Brenna, like, already, like, she knows what I need, and, like, it helps me kind of through that, too. And it's, like, super empowering. Like, I do really like traveling on myself, because it's, like when it does work, or, like, I get to the place, I'm like, shit, look what I just did.
It's a sense of accomplishment, yeah.
Yeah, but it's scary. But I just try to, it's always worth it.
Yeah, it gives you that sense of independence that we we lack and we miss, that we took for granted back in.
Like we always talk about, it's the simple things, man. It's just like the things that like people take for granted all the time. Like we just little milestones for us is like great. You know what I mean? It feels like a sense of accomplishment. Like I have not traveled yet. I'm a little anxious to do it, but like I do want to travel, and that's like on the plans this year. I want to go. Me and my buddy are trying to plan a trip to Vegas, and I'm hoping that falls through. Yeah, I gotta do it, because I've been like itching, because I was such a traveler like before my accident, and I haven't traveled since, and it's been 5 years, and it's driving me crazy. So like
Once you
I
do it
definitely.
once.
Yeah, once you do, you're gonna be traveling all the time now.
I can't wait. Yeah.
always hurts the first time, but then everything else, it's nice and smooth after that. So you're gonna have a really, just
Well,
like,
because you never know what to expect. You know what I mean?
just like a tattoo, Brenna. That's exactly what I meant. Just like a tattoo.
Once you get one, you want another one.
So what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, Tony.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the plan.
Except for herpes, because that comes back with you.
That shit comes back. Yes,
That shit comes back. It's the gift that keeps on giving. That's just.
One stays with you.
So
I'll make sure I'll bring home the collection of cards that like people give you when you're on the
I
trip.
was like,
hey, here you go.
I was wondering. It's like, don't worry, I'll bring back the collection. I'll bring the whole assortment back. You know, herpes, gonorrhea, the whole thing. Each one, just a little bit of everything.
I'll show you my labs when I come back. Like,
they do give you cards, right?
You know,
don't they give you cards of like hooker stuff?
So for people that don't know, if you go to Vegas, a lot of times if you're that's why I'm going to fill you. So if you go to Vegas for a male, I don't know about a female, but for a male, if you're going down the strip, there are people that literally hand you like business cards that are about like prostitution. They're like, hey, we have this girl available tonight, this thing, and literally like I went to Vegas and I came back with like a stack like this big, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like I've never had anything like that in my life. It was nuts. And I came back to my friends. I'm like, look at this. I could call any one of these women at any time and be like, hey, what's going on? You know,
Tony's out here collecting Pokemon cards in Vegas out here.
Listen,
Charizard, level 3. I'm gonna call her up real quick, see what she.
Like, you tell me a little bit about your background.
So if that's you don't have to go to Vegas for it.
I feel honestly, I feel like since we're talking about it, I feel like you need to go get a card, and we need to call one of those numbers right now while we're on the podcast, please.
I don't even know what it is.
Listen, this is a failure. This is a failure on your part.
Oh,
Tony.
I got some somewhere, and if I find them, I'll definitely bring them up. And
I
show
would
you
love
guys,
to talk.
Hilarious.
I would love to talk to her on the phone right now. Like,
imagine that. No, we're gonna have her as a guest on the podcast.
It's like,
we're gonna be like, listen.
Hi, Chastity. Welcome to the show.
It's Diamond. Get it right.
Welcome to the show, Cinnamon. This is gonna be nice. You're live. So tell us what services do you offer?
You remember Tony?
Do you remember Tony?
I mean, I hope they remember. I'm just saying.
So we're gonna rewind this for a second. So did you use these phone cards? Is what you're saying?
I did not.
Is this what we're saying? Okay.
No, I just thought it was really funny.
Listen,
I can call anybody at any point and be like, hey, just come to my room. What's up?
Listen, don't be shy. Don't be bashful. Listen, if you used it, it's okay.
Listen. If I did, I would tell you. I am very open with everything, and I would tell you that, my friend. So.
I hope so.
That's like a little guilty conscience there.
There is no guilty conscience.
I think he called one or two.
Oh my God, you're so funny. You're so funny. You guys.
Like,
we're supposed to be discussing other things on this podcast right now.
He calls the number. He's like, hey, can I get the girl from the photo?
Yes.
Is the girl from the photo available? Is the girl from the photo available? If she's not, could you wake her up? Could you wake her up, please?
Oh my God.
That's the one I want.
Hold on, she's finishing up with another client. She'll be over soon.
Okay, then I don't want her. Then I want.
See, but these are things you probably don't know.
Oh, you see, I want to be the first client of the night, or that is it.
Nope.
First thing
you're the last client.
We totally went off the rails here.
We did. So let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
In Vegas.
That is true. Yeah, Brenna.
It's supposed to stay in Vegas, but it's starting to come out more. You know,
Brenna knows what happens in Vegas. It's wicked.
Oh my God.
Oh man, this is. You know what needs to happen right now is just come here.
Here we go.
Give me some. Give me these. Give me some noises.
What's coming?
What do we got? Give it a little.
Probably. I don't know if you have any like.
There's so many cool things. All right.
Readily available.
Tone, do you have many questions that you would like to ask Diane before we wrap up?
I mean, I have many questions, but I feel like we went way off the rails, which is fine. I love that when a podcast comes up and we just kind of just do our own thing and have fun with it. So I don't have many questions, but if you guys want to just
any questions for us?
You can fill in the audience and maybe just give us like a day and what you guys do in a day, and just kind of it doesn't have to be the whole thing. You just kind of wrap it up and just because a lot of people don't know what our lives look like, and we do have a lot of us have routines that we have to kind of go through, and that'd be nice to just kind of like let everybody know, like just give us a day.
A girl's routine.
Sure.
A girl's routine is probably different than the guys' routine.
A lot of our days are different. A little bit. Well, like Tuesdays and Thursdays are different. Wednesdays are hair washing day. And so
Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, we'll do like a full, shower and bowel routine. So, she'll come in.
I'll set up the bathroom, get everything ready. Once I'm done doing that, I'll go in and wake her up. Like, good morning, sunshine. And then she wakes up and she's like, morning. And I'm like,
get like a bucket of water and just kind of like, hey.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'm like, you can do it. Get up. Or it's going to be a good day. Like, come on, the sun's shining. So then she's like, no, I'm dead serious. And then she's like, whatever, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, but you have to do it, Diane. Let's go, Vicus. You can do it.
Let's go, Vicus.
She throws the blanket off, and then she's like, all right. And then she lays there, and then I change her. I get her all dressed. And once she's dressed, she's like, all right, I'm ready. And then we get up.
Okay,
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready for the day.
Start the day. We'll do her hair. She'll brush her teeth, wash her face. I'll get her she'll do some coffee, breakfast before I leave if she's hungry. And yeah, make sure she has all her waters filled for the day.
So it's just basically you're with her in the morning. Is like you kind of and then
unless
throughout
she
the rest
needs me any other time.
Yeah,
so that is another great. Brenna lives 5 minutes away from me, so
that's cool.
Yeah.
So she only comes in the mornings, kind of like help me get out of bed. That's like the hardest
daily routine
part for me is like getting myself dressed. Like I can get undressed and I do my nighttime routine by myself.
Yeah.
But like getting up in the morning and like getting myself dressed is really hard.
Sometimes she'll call me like at night and like, are you home? Are you and I'll stop by and help her. But a lot of times,
like if I have any emergencies throughout the day or like at night,
I run right over.
She'll come over. And,
That's awesome.
It's just
is Brenna your only PCA? So that's the only time that you really need it is when Brenna's around, kind of.
I have a different weekend one.
Okay.
So
yeah, she comes on the weekends.
Yeah.
Totally sounds like a total buzzkill. Sounds like a buzzkill.
Just like let's talk about that one.
I have one of the weekends.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, one of the weekends.
Weekend warrior.
They have their different strengths.
Yeah, she's good. She always does the laundry, so she'll wash and I fold. So it's like we have our like routines and stuff.
Okay.
So
it's a good little team dynamic.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely I don't know. What helps me is also, as you know, it's like just really hard to find someone that you click with, and like, it's a very intimate routine, and it's a very intimate thing to like meet.
Yeah.
Like when I first got injured, I was like, okay, I'm gonna use a caregiver or use a PCA for a couple of months, and then I'll be able to do it myself. There's my ultimate goal to like get myself ready and like not need someone to like do the really intimate things like getting yourself dressed. Like it's just like I don't know, when I first got hurt I was like how like thinking in my head like how pathetic, like I need like I'm a freaking baby again.
Oh my god, I love trusting you though, friend.
You're not pathetic. It's not pathetic.
It's not.
But when you first get injured,
I know it's like
that's like
right.
Like
I feel like I'm a big baby, like
you're a big baby, and like
I'm a
once
big
again, that's exactly what I said. It feels like you're a baby again. Yeah,
hairy baby. That's
like,
what a big hairy baby.
All my big babies. I fucking love you all.
Okay.
It's a lot of love going around.
Mommy loves us.
But like now it's like a very like I mean, I've always been like my love language is physical touch. I've always like been a very like touchy feely person.
You can't see it now, but she has her hand on my lap, getting closer and closer, and I keep pushing it away like Vicus.
I'm just like really.
Is the only fan camera on? Just make sure you have it on.
You guys just make sure you're recording.
Just make sure you get that. That's a money shot, guys. That's a money shot.
And the part.
Now it's. I mean, I keep saying intimate, but it's like to allow someone else to like help, like clean you and bathe you and like dry you off, and then like be very gentle and like helping me get dressed. Like now it's like a very like, I don't know, like when you find someone and you trust someone and you feel comfortable enough to allow someone else to do that, I like, it's just a very special thing, and you want, and now I just have so much like gratitude for like, hello, because it, like if you find someone that you really do trust, and it's not like waking up in the morning and you're like, oh, this person's dressed like, oh my god. You don't want to wake up and like, the first thing in the morning is like your jaw just clenches because you're just dreading getting dressed. Like,
that's like when people
that's really like, and there's a lot of people out there that that's the case, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Plus, I feel like we go through those nightmares of like trying to find that person because, like, you know, like I know, like when I first moved independently in my own apartment, it was COVID hit, like exactly the same time I moved here. So the process was real with me. Like I could barely get people to stay here, and they were just like their personalities didn't match up with mine, huh?
Or if they don't show up.
No. Like literally, that happened to me a lot. So I had to like literally like do a lot of things my own. Like I was so uncomfortable, but like you have to get into that sometimes. You have to be uncomfortable sometimes to evolve. You know what I mean? And that's what we all learn, I think. Yeah. And just like you said, you get to the point where you have people that help you, and they're just like a part of your life. Like my CNA is literally like a part of my life. She's like my best friend. Yeah. Like she comes, we do the same thing that you probably do. We talk shit. We like have a good time. That's how she gets me up in the morning. We have like a good fun relationship there. You know what I mean? And it's tough to get there with some people because not everybody has that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So fortunate we found our people. So that's good. You know what I mean? And it takes a bit sometimes.
I think if you can like laugh like when with like the person that is helping you, that can bring you leaps and bounds in terms of like recovery mentally.
100%.
You got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes.
Oh yeah, totally took it from me, Brenna.
How dare you, Casey? How dare you?
I'm sorry, Brenna.
Yeah.
You know, but it's good. It's good that you guys, we all, you know, all have our similar stories and struggles, but we kind of get through it the same, sort of. But
stories similar.
Yeah. Different, but same. You know, just same, but different.
All right, guys. Well, we are running out of time.
Yes,
and I just want to wrap this up in the most fun way. Thank you very much for coming on to the podcast with us on Sitting Tall. You know,
like making us laugh so much.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys cut it out.
We try.
And also, thank you. Shout out to our sponsor, Seven Bros Apparel, and
shout out.
We'll give Tone, should we end it with a little of this?
Oh my God, we haven't done this in a while.
Riverside. Well, thank you, guys.
We haven't done that in a while. We should do that.
I feel like I felt like it was needed for today. So
yes,
thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thank you, guys. You too.
Bye, guys.
Bye.